And what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. I'm Brad.
And I'm Miguel.
And literally moments ago, we just finished our show with Mike and Jay of We Watched a Movie. And while we were live, that show kind of had a more of an abrupt ending than we were planning on, because while we were live, the official Halloween Ends trailer has dropped. So tonight on the show, this isn't a traditional show that we would do, but we're going to react to it in just a second. We have not seen it yet. And then we're going to kind of share our thoughts for a little bit. This isn't going to be a super long one, maybe about a half hour or so at the max. So, but that was just kind of crazy. It was
like 5 minutes of us just like, guys, the trailer leaked online, and then Jamie Lee Curtis made a Twitter post saying 15 minutes, guys. And then that was like 10 minutes ago. So we had 5 minutes till we're like, do we stay on and like let this play out, or do we just like call it off?
The four of us were even like, do we wait? Do we stop? Do we wait and see what happens? What do we do? Courtney said, yeah, man, Courtney, I know. He says, thought I left, huh? I know. It's like super right back. I know Mike and Jay got out. They're going to go do their thing. We hopped off so we could go do our thing. It's kind of crazy. J-Dad says, best trailer of the trilogy so far. I don't know. We'll see, man. So let's do it. Let me let my dog out real quick. Hang on. She's here. Come here. Go.
I thought he was gonna go walk his dog. I was like, okay, I guess we're doing the trailer just you and I, guys.
No, my dog, she was in the room. She wanted out. All right. So Halloween Ends trailer, baby. I hate that we have to do this. I hate that they couldn't just wait until tomorrow, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. So, the official trailer for Halloween Ends. Miguel, this is years in the making right now. Are you ready?
Let's get it, dude. Let it in.
This is the conclude. Well, not yet. We still have time, but this is the beginning of the conclusion of what has made it, or this whole this last 5-year ride. This is crazy, man. So here we go. The official trailer for Halloween Ends. I'm shaking. I'm jittery. I wasn't expecting this tonight. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Evil dies tonight. I like the vibe. I like it. Feels like the original, surprisingly.
What house are we in now? The original mask and everything.
Hey! Let's go!
Come and get me, motherfucker.
Hey! No!
Oh shit. There it was.
Okay, baby. I like it. I dig it. Listen, and for everybody who has said all along that these trailers have shown too much, there you go. It didn't show anything.
Bare minimum. But I will say this. For people to say that this trailer, like these trailers are mainly for like general audience members, did you get a feel? I didn't get a feeling this was just for general audience members. This was 100% for Halloween fans.
But you know, though, that this is, look at what this is. I mean, this is the end of a trilogy. This is the final time that Jamie Lee Curtis will make her appearance. This is the final time that that you're going to get something connected to the original film. Like, I mean, seriously, this is going to be, I don't know. This is special. I think it makes sense that, I think it makes sense that this is going to be something special and that they would do that for the fans. I think, I know J-Dad says very Carpenter vibes. It really did. The moving up the stairs where you get kind of the shaky cam thing going.
And the breathing through the mask.
the breathing when you finally see him emerge and he pushes the door open and she's just like she's standing there waiting. That's sick,
Terrible
man.
placement. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know, man. I liked it. I really did. I think
It really gave you everything but nothing at the same time. Like it gave you everything
yep,
you want to see. You know what I mean? Like we
absolutely.
know that literally Michael has not changed whatsoever since Halloween Kills.
He looks the same.
And yep, and we also know that everyone that's been down for the count, Laurie Strode, Hawkins, all of them are they're back on their feet and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it just
Hawkins was
goes to show,
walking.
yeah, Hawkins was
He was
walking.
walking.
You know if you saw that, and it's obvious that it seems like Hawkins is affected very much by the events of Halloween Kills. Because it seems like
Well,
Hawkins is still very much on. It's like it looks like it's on high alert now,
yeah.
without a doubt. I think we saw I don't want to. Some possible spoilers that we were talking about in the previous episode.
There were I saw I'll say him. That's all I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say. I saw him in there.
I think we saw some new characters, so that's interesting.
Yeah, and we did see Allison. Like I like that Lori has a new look. I think I actually have a video that I'm hopefully fingers crossed. I'm moving right now, so I'm in like 20 places at once. Plus, we just had the show with Mike and Jay. There's a lot going on right now, which is why I almost feel flustered. Which it's weird. I love the feeling like when we started this channel and when we started this show, it was when Marvel was dropping all of their Disney Investor Day stuff from what 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
But I love that feeling of like the rush of something dropping, and it's like I gotta watch it. We gotta do, you know what I mean? And I love that. And that's
what a rush.
That's I know, right? We just talked about Elm Street 3. What a rush! Like it gives you a rush. But I'm trying to collect my initial thoughts here. I mean, I liked a lot of what that trailer was. It wasn't over. It didn't give what you said earlier. It gave you just the right amount. You know, it wasn't too much. It didn't spoil anything. I mean, come on. We know Michael and Laurie are going to have a brutal battle. Like we know it's going to happen. Dude, he was trying to shove her hand down the garbage disposal. Did you realize that? And then
that's
she
pretty fucking brutal.
And then she stabbed his hand again. She's going after his other hand now.
Bro, that hand's gone through some shit.
I know, right? His hands are getting, I don't know, man. His hands are getting torn up. I love the Carpenter vibe. I love the slow stalking sequence. That's something that, we've
the score
largely
too, the soundtrack to it. It's not anything new. They're not trying to do anything different with the soundtrack. Yeah. It's definitely Carpenter vibe with the subtle like stalking piano, his usual theme. And let me see what else I'm thinking. I'm not sure what house they're in. Gives me Tina house vibes, if I'm being completely honest. But I know obviously that's like out of the question. But I'm just saying.
What do you mean?
The house that Michael was going into, it gave me like Tina's house vibes or whatever. So like, I don't know, man. Like this trailer, it gave pretty much a lot of like homage to the everything that's happened since the original. And with all the flashbacks and stuff, and the flashbacks from Halloween Kills and Halloween 2018, it was like I couldn't tell which one was which one was Halloween Kills, which one was 2018, because it all pretty much blended pretty well. It was pretty much just as you would expect. How good old Jamie Lee Curtis would be, trauma of all that shit of stuff that's happened. So I think definitely like this trailer definitely gave us just enough for us to talking about it for like another 3 months.
Well, and did you notice JLC was wearing her like she looked like OG Lori. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she had
the black.
She had the blue,
look,
the blue blouse, the jeans, all that stuff. You know what I mean? It was pretty sick, man. Yeah, I'm down. I'm glad. Listen, if that's the only trailer we get, I'm down. I really am.
It's a minute and 36 seconds, dude.
There's no way it's gonna happen.
Not it.
Hey, it wasn't the CinemaCon trailer though. That every scare, every slash, every kill has led to this or whatever it said. Which is pretty cool.
I thought it was. I thought it would add that for a second too.
I agree. Rosaleo, she said, "What did I miss? Was it good, dude? It was awesome. It wasn't. I don't know. you can't make everybody happy. Some people are going to say it didn't show enough. Some people are going to be like, oh, it was great. It didn't show anything.
Too much.
It really didn't show very much. We saw a little bit of the brutal fight between Michael and Laurie, which again, not a spoiler because that's going to happen. We saw characters, and we did see a character that's been a large part of the conversation that's been in question over the last couple of months, or well, I should say weeks, but it also didn't give too much about the character. It didn't give too much necessarily. Really, the character we got the most of was Laurie. We know she's in a new house, which I know some of you guys have talked about in the comment. And this is all from the trailer. This is nothing spoiler-ish. We know she's got a new look. She's cleaned up a little bit. She doesn't look like the crazy cat lady from down the street anymore. She looks like her hair is done. She's in nicer clothes. Maybe
she's not trying to look like Ripley. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe she's really trying to put the past behind her, and when Michael comes back, she realizes, okay, we got to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to figure it out. But yeah, man, that was sick. I like it. I really like it. I'm down.
I mean, hey, man, like I do too, and this made me even more excited to talk more about it for the coming months. And whether or not there's more leaks, whether or not there's any more trailers, I'm still waiting for the poster. Can't wait to see it. I'm curious to see if it's going to be like what you said, because you said 2018 has them facing one way, kills have them facing the other.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be straight dead set, just like directly looking at the camera. Yeah.
18
finish the Trinity right there, man.
Kills facing that. I completely agree. I don't know, man. People are scared, and I'm a little nervous too. But honestly, the thing that I think that there is a small chance that this movie could be the one to do it out of this trilogy, even with the difference, and even in the different things,
difference in tone and all this stuff, all the things that are being said out in the Twitter sphere. It's like, yeah.
J Dead puts it best. He says it felt like Halloween, and that's the best compliment I can give it. This trailer felt like the original Halloween. More so, I got more Halloween, like 1978 vibes from this trailer than I got from Halloween 2018 or Halloween Kills combined. And that's not a knock against either of those films, because I love those films for what they are. But this one felt the stalking, like, creep scene at the beginning when he swings the thing open and he's just encased in shadow, and you just see the shadow of the mouth kind of like turn, and Laurie standing there with the gun. The fact that she looks original. It was set at night. It looks like it's dark and atmospheric. All the things that you want in a Halloween trailer, in a Halloween film.
Yeah, it made it feel like Michael was a victim and Laurie was like the stalker right there for a hot second.
Yeah.
The way she was hiding behind doors, hiding behind a corner, and all that stuff, it really felt like the tables have turned in regards to the relationship between Michael and Laurie. Like, Laurie is the one that's on the hunt for Michael now, like, without a doubt. Now that the second she's thrown back into the fucking ring, like when she hears Michael is like back again after another 5 years of him being aloof, Laurie's gonna be all up on that.
I think so too, but I do think, based on what we've seen here, again, I don't know, but the way she looks, there's something about the way she, and I'll have to go back and watch it again. Again, this is just our initial thoughts after seeing it one time. But I do feel like maybe Laurie is trying to move on. Maybe she's trying to move on past what's happened previously. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I think it's an interesting thought, man. Halloween Ends says, without a doubt, Brad, I think this is the best trailer that didn't show too much like Halloween Kills. It's the end of an era, no pun intended. It really is, though. It is the end of an era, and this is, you have to nail it. Like, you have to stick the landing. It's like what we just talked about with Mike and Jay literally 20 minutes ago on the show. I mean, you have to stick the landing, because it's more than just the end of this trilogy. This is the end of Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode. This is the end of the original of John Carpenter's connect. I mean, John Carpenter will always be connected because he created the characters, he and Deborah Hill. But this is the end of what's ever going to be connected to the original film again. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Again, with Jamie Lee Curtis, with things like that. Jaded says, by the way, great show with Mike and Jay. I missed the first part. Had a storm down here and power went out. No worries, man. Again, we just did episode number 15 of Purely and Simply Evil with Mike and Jay from We Watched a Movie. We had an amazing 2.5 hours until it got cut. I say cut short. But it was kind of ended
rightfully so.
Because the trailer dropped and we had to go our separate ways and film our reactions and do our thing, which is what we're doing right now. Jaded says that's Laurie's new house more in town than her old house, which makes sense.
That's her. That's her probably accepting her new life. You know, she's no longer trying to be aloof and an outcast of the town and whatnot. No longer the crazy cat lady. She's like, you know what? A lot of people died in Halloween Kills. I should probably live and let live.
Yeah, I agree. Much. Halloween Ends. I love how Michael is more brutal than he was back in Halloween Kills. And 18, just something about him never changes. Yeah,
he's talking about the garbage disposal.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's pretty good, man. J-Dead, my guess, Halloween Ends poster will have Laurie and Michael on it. I think that'd be cool. I always if I listen, I'm not good at this. But if you could have a poster, because the Halloween 18 poster is kind of gray and black. This one is really orange and it's got the fire tones. I think it'd be cool to do this one black and blue ish, like a bluish tone to it. I mean, again, I don't think we have the trailer yet. If anybody wants to check Twitter, I don't think, hopefully, or not the trailer, I mean the poster. I would guess the poster will come.
I'm keeping track of the Twitter feed right now, and from what I can tell, I just see a bunch of fan edits right now.
I don't see posters. New. And they have stills of them. Like Laurie looks. Let me see if I can get it.
Menacing. She looks tired.
Laurie looks menacing, and Michael does pretty much look the same. I mean, he might look. He looks a little grimier, a little dirtier, but I don't know, man. That's sick.
I'm trying to see. I don't really see those pictures.
Good stuff. But what I was saying, Jaded, I think it'd be cool to have the black and blue style poster with the tone, with the hues of those colors and a mixture of red and black and blue, and to have Michael on one side and Laurie on the other side facing each other, and it just says "It all ends" on the bottom. I think that would be pretty sick.
Harry Potter already did that.
I know, like you were gonna say, it's like the same thing as it's so iconic you don't even have to put the name of the movie on there. Like you just know. So I don't know. Say No to Blues trailer was trash. Did you think so? I mean, let us know. You did. He said same shit again. Lame. Nothing new. How many times has it been her hunting him? I don't necessarily. I'll tell you what. I don't.
It's only been two movies of that happening right now at least.
Well, here's my thing. We don't know. This is not spoiler territory because we have no idea. But I also think that I don't believe that this movie is going to be Laurie hunting Michael. I don't. I think Laurie is going to. My prediction is that Laurie is going to try to move on with her life. She's trying to help Allison move on. Laurie is like, this was never about me. My entire family died because of this. I am going to try to live out the rest of my life just in peace. I want nothing to do with Michael. I want nothing to do with the whole situation. I'm going to move on from this. And then when Michael comes back into the fold and people start dying and the shit hits the fan again, then maybe Laurie is going to come back and be like, okay, I have to finish this. This is my legacy. This is it's all going to, I feel that it's all going to come down to Laurie's destiny. And that's why I really think that Laurie and Michael should die together, because how do you do
and holy matrimony?
They should die by putting, if you like it, then you should have put no. But I feel like that's how you do justice to her legacy, is her and Michael go out together. I mean, she said it in Halloween Kills. When she says, he'll take my head as I take his. And when Hawkins says it needs to die, and she says, and I have to be the one to do it. Like, I feel like that's foreshadowing. And
Selfish.
I feel like, though, yeah, as, you know, as I, I think they place those lines in there very purposefully. And in a movie where, I mean, I even had this criticism. My wife and I just rewatched Halloween Kills the other night. And my biggest criticism is the dialogue. Some of the dialogue seems very off, but
On
all
the
of the
nose, too
dialogue,
on the nose for me.
yeah, like a lot of what Tommy says, and a lot of even Lonnie and Lindsay were better than Tommy. And that's not a knock at Anthony Michael Hall, but everything that Laurie said was very heartfelt and very, very purposeful. And like I said, when she says, you know, then let when Karen says, you know, he's gonna come, and when Laurie says, well, then he'll take my head as I take his. And when her and Hawkins are holding hands, and when Hawkins says he needs to die, and Laurie says, and I have to be the one to do it, like that to me just says it has to be Laurie. Like, I feel like Laurie is going to realize the only way to end it, the only way to stop him, is for her to die with him. That's the only way she can be 100% sure that Michael cannot hurt anybody anymore. So that's my take on it. I mean, Miguel, do you want to add anything to that?
Honestly, what I can anticipate for what's going to happen in this movie is pretty much the same that goes for you. Is like I think Laurie Strode's journey throughout this entire fucking I don't know like 3 odd decades of just absolute mayhem from the original to 2018 and then Kills and to now this, like all that's led up to it from 2018 of how much Laurie Strode has stated that she needs to be the one to put this man down. It it almost seems like, again, just like as what's his name, Sartain said, like it has to be fate, like not for fate for them to meet up, it's for them to meet, but like they need to die together for this entire cycle to just completely end.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, hot take. I mean, like again, like who knows? Like at the beginning of this movie, fuck, Laurie Strode could automatically, die. This could be that entire fight scene could be at the beginning, and Laurie Strode
Yeah.
dies, like in fucking Resurrection, which we all know we fucking hate. But it very well, it very may well be what we see. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I get it, man. And listen, I know I'm in the minority. We just talked about this with Mike and Jay 40 minutes ago. Like, I know that I'm in the minority, and a lot of people think Michael should walk away at the end. And even if everybody else, Jay had mentioned this, he was like, even if everybody in Haddonfield thinks Michael is dead and they can rest peacefully, maybe just us as the audience knows that Michael got up and walked out in the woods, and that was it. That was the last time we ever saw Michael Myers ever again. Yeah. I know I'm in the minority on it, and I know a lot of people are like, you have to do justice to Mustafa Akkad because he has said that Michael should not die. He can never die. But I think we're at a point where Michael can die. I think it makes sense in this story that they are telling. I approach everything that if it does justice to the story, then go for it. Go for it. Take
blow
it.
the motherfucker up for all I care. It makes the story look good.
They blew each other up.
They blew each other up.
As Miguel says for the end of Halloween 2. I'm all for
oh my god,
this.
that really could very well damn be what happens.
Could you imagine if it happened the same way? Laurie like lights a match and she goes, "It's time, Michael." And then she blows them up. She blows them both up. No, that'd be too.
Anything could happen.
But I don't know, man. I know I'm in the minority, but I think we're at a point where it would be poetic for the two of them to die.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween Ends says, I follow a Halloween movie on Facebook, and they just changed their picture with Michael from the thumbnail from the trailer. Yeah, I hope that the thumbnail from the trailer. I think that's your picture as well. I'm not. It looks sick, and it's a really great picture of Michael, but I don't. I hope that they don't. I hope that that's not the poster. I hope that they do something a little bit different than the poster. Say No to the Blues says they have zero confidence in Andy Matichak's character.
I personally, I don't know, man. It looked like they might make her a throwaway. It could be very well be.
I hope
She ends up going to Mexico. Who knows?
When she gives her the $3,000, she's like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" And Lori, she gives her the $3,000, and she's like, "Whatever your heart desires." She's like, "Go to Mexico."
Fucking Mexico.
Yeah,
I
man.
feel like
I don't know.
I feel like that scene with Matt when Matichek's getting out of the car. It's like her just showing up to Hawkins, and all of this shit going down.
Yeah.
That's
Well, and like,
that very well could be what we might see. So who knows?
it could, man. You never know. And like,
That's what I love about this fucking trailer so much. Is the fact that I can just throw anything out at the wall and
it sticks, right?
Yeah,
I know well, and that's what's cool. That's why I freaking hate that people are leaking stuff. I know there is a Twitter account. I reported it today, and you might say that that's like dumb of me to do, but like,
snitch. No, I'm kidding.
I don't care. Call me. I don't care. Like, stop leaking the movie. And if you're somebody that is retweeting it, you're adding to the problem. Like, you're literally you are part of the problem. Like, stop leaking.
What happened to the mystery of the movie, man?
I just want to walk into this movie with no expectations because, again, I said it on the show 40 minutes ago, and I'm going to say it again on this stream. Like, I think the fact that people walked into Halloween Kills with so many different expectations, when expectation after expectation after expectation was not met in that movie, even if the movie was fine on its own, because let's be real, it's a fun movie. It's a really fun flick. Is the story The Shawshank Redemption or The Godfather? Hell no. But it's a fun movie. If you're somebody who just wants to watch Michael Myers just unleash on people, that Halloween Kills is the movie for you. But all I can ask for with Halloween Ends is that they do justice to the characters, particularly Lori, Allison, and Michael, that they don't do anything crazy
with
like
the plot,
no
or
cults,
for the I was gonna say,
no cults.
I swear to God, if I see a man in a black fucking if I see a man in a black suit, I'm walking the fuck out, dog.
Like, no cults, no curses, no Michael has a following, no silver shamrock like the radio tower is like sending a signal. Like, I don't need any of that. Like, just tell a story that does the characters justice, that does the original film justice, and that wraps up this trilogy and gives Laurie Strode, because let's be real, I know people hate on Laurie, but Laurie is the heart of this trilogy. I mean, she is. I mean, I know Jamie Lee Curtis and Mike was kind of making fun of that. He was like, trauma. Like, and it is. And people have their thoughts on that. But I just hope, Rosalia, you say it perfectly. Hope it ends on a high note. I just hope they can do the story justice. And that's kind of my thoughts on it. Casey J says they should both die in the Myers house. I think that's cool. I don't know. That's an interesting one. Miguel, do you think the Myers house is going to come back?
Should it even be involved now at this point? Because that was like one of the main focus of the Halloween Kills, and it's over. Yeah. He made it to the house. So what's next?
Well, and I have a couple of this week, again, I'm moving and there's a lot going on, and this week has just been like nonstop crazy. I actually wanted to film a couple of videos on Monday and get them out throughout the week, but hopefully tomorrow I actually have a video to film on this, or at least in part on this, because let's think about it. So when Halloween Kills ends, this is like insane. When Halloween Kills ends before Halloween Ends begins. There is a period of time that we're very unsure of, because Halloween ends with keep in mind, paramedics. Allison is sitting on the front porch. Paramedics and civilians and everybody are littering the street outside of the Myers house. And when Michael kills Karen, when he Houdinis his way back a couple blocks away and then back up the stairs in the Myers house, when he kills Karen, what happens directly after that? Does Michael just Houdini back down and disappear?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a hard time believing that, considering his entire MO, not that Michael has a clear MO, but his entire MO in that film was to get back to his house. He just wants to go home. It's like a lost puppy. Michael Myers is basically just a lost puppy. He just wants to go home.
Yeah.
So there's a period of time there that's just kind of in this gray area, and we don't know where does the 4-year time jump begin. What exactly happens after the events of that? Part of me thought the fight between Michael and Laurie that they showed in the CinemaCon trailer was Laurie going to the hospital after Karen dies.
Well, that's apparently not what happened.
It looks like at least of what we've seen in this trailer, when he's trying to shove her arm down inside of the garbage disposal and things like that, like that kind of seems like, I mean, it did. She looked like she had her nicer hair and she was wearing her blouse, and she looks like Karen like Laurie. My phone is blowing up. I'm sorry. It looks like Laurie from this 4-year time jump. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, man. Number one horror fan, what's going on, buddy? He says trailer looks awesome. That it does indeed. Lou says the trailer was fire. It really was, man. Say No to Blue says it will end when we stop giving them money. It's the same story over and over again. And man, look, if that's your opinion, cool. But I think as a fan of this franchise, I'm within reason. I'm not somebody that I don't want them to do Halloween Begins after this and have Allison take the mantle, because it just, I want more Halloween, but within reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? One of the videos we have coming out this October is, what I would do if they were to remake it. So just, things like that. And I think I haven't really talked to you about this, Miguel, but I'm sure we'll both share our thoughts on it, and and things like that. But I don't know, man. Jaded says seeing Hawkins on his feet got me hype. That's cool, man. I can't believe he's not.
I mean, I was
honest.
perfectly excited to see Hawkins. I was glad he got up, because let's be honest, man, the man got fucking ran over by a Cadillac. And if I haven't told you lately, Cadillacs are pretty fucking heavy for a car. So for him to be run over,
the car is heavy.
For him to be run over 3 goddamn times by a fucking Sartain, and him just to be up and walking again, that's pretty fucking rare. Right. For a man that age. Let's be completely honest. So I'm sure a lot of people are glad to see Hawkins up on his feet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whether you support about his friends or whatever, I'm glad to see him on his feet.
Rosalia says, will he die if Laurie dies? Is that what he's been waiting for? That's an interesting one.
He's probably Laurie, I need you to fucking kill me. This is why I've been killing everybody, because I want you to kill me. Or something like that.
Could you imagine? She in the moment where she headbutts him and then spins him around and she slams him down and stabs his hand. She stabs his hand and he goes, oh yeah. and then he jumps back up after her. Could you imagine?
He's like, you missed like a bitch. Brad's a narc. I told you. I told you, J-Dad.
She stabs his hand and he just goes,
is that all you got? 2 movies and that's all you got?
Yeah. It's like when in Age of Ultron, when Tony punches the Hulk and he spins around and he just looks back up and spits out a tooth, and Tony's like, I'm sorry. That's how it is. She's gonna stab his hand and spin him around and slam his head on the table or whatever. And as soon as she slams his head down, he's just gonna go and look up at it, and all you're gonna hear is and she's just gonna be like, I'm sorry. And then she's gonna
he pulls up his hand like this, and he's like, this is fine. Do it right here now. For the love of God.
His hands are going to look like he's throwing up gang signs, because she has mutilated his hands, bro. He's missing 2 fingers on the one hand. And then, but
it's the one hand.
Did she stab the same hand?
You have the shotgun, and then what else? What else happened to it?
She stabbed it in this trailer. But did she stab the shotgun hand, or did she stab his one good hand?
No, she stabbed the shotgun hand, because that's what it looked like. It was like this. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope we get a Michael Myers grunt like we did from the shotgun blast.
Yeah, maybe. Spidey Noir, what's going on, man? He says, did you guys see his fingers were there in the beginning of the trailer and he had a clean mask? I didn't notice that. If it
he used this hand, I remember seeing three fingers when he opened the door.
Yeah. If it is, that might be a flashback sequence, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, well, and probably one of the flashbacks we probably saw is okay
Possibly.
hand.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, we'll listen. We'll go back and rewatch it after the stream. Again, our initial thoughts. There's 20 of you guys 22 of you guys watching. Be sure to leave this one a like. Again, go as soon as we're done with this. I know Mike and Jay are live right now doing their reaction, but we just finished a 2.5 hour show talking about we watched a movie talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors. And we actually just talked. We were literally, it's kind of poetic. We were in the middle of talking about Halloween Ends when the trailer dropped. And that's when we decided to stop the show and go our separate ways. But we just had a blast with them. So go check that show out too. And as soon as we're going to go for maybe 10 more minutes or so. And then as soon as we hop off, go check out their show as well. Parada TV says she's not the heart. No, well, whether
You saying Laurie Strode's not the heart of this of the movie? I mean,
I don't know. I understand why you say that.
Here, I'll be right back. You can explain that.
You're good. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Laurie is the foot. Even if you want to say she's not the heart, Laurie is the focus of this trilogy. So I think that's why I'm tempted to say that she is kind of the heart of it in a way. And listen, depending on what they do with Halloween Ends, Allison could be the heart of this. Because again, you have to think, Allison lost her mother, her father. But we're talking about who's the heart. I said Allison could be the heart because Allison's lost her mother, her father, her best friend, her best girlfriend, her boyfriend, and Allison's boyfriend. That's 6 people in a span of like 4 or 5 hours.
That's why I think she's gonna get fucking written off, dude.
I don't think so. I think if
she's in Mexico or college.
If they write Allison off, it's going to be a waste because Allison could be the heart. Piranha, you could be right. Allison could very well be the heart of this movie because of how many people she lost in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills.
Hey, dog. Hey, dog. All of them are relatives of Laurie Strode too. Don't act like she ain't nothing.
What do you mean?
Like everyone Allison lost, Laurie Strode lost, so she still has the same connection as them.
Yeah, but not her friends though. Not Dave and whatever his name is. And
okay, Dave was a simp. Dave was a simp. Okay,
I like when he goes to the garage and he's like fooling with and he drops the bike. The bike like falls to it's like a Harley and he drops it on its side or whatever.
Yeah.
Parada also says Michael should kill Laurie and just walk away into the sunset. You can't kill the boogeyman. It's an interesting thought, man.
Bro,
a lot of people think that.
How sick would it be if Laurie dies and Michael still lives, and at the end credits, kind of like how Marvel does it, like Thor will return. You have that right there at the end. You can't kill the boogeyman, and then credits roll. That would be sinister.
You actually just kind of took an idea from my thoughts on something, and I'm not going to go any past that. If you want to understand what I'm talking about, check out our Oktoberfest trailer, which is our kind of I think I have the poster up here. We're doing what we call Oktoberfest. It's the first one this October. It's just going to be a ton of different Halloween themed content coming throughout the month of October, the end of September, the month of October, early November. And if you go watch that trailer, there's a little tease of this whole "you can't kill the boogeyman" thing of what I'm talking about here. So that's an interesting one. J-Dead says, will the Myers house even be in Ends? I think it will get torn down during the time leap. I could see that.
I believe it. It should.
It should be. Yeah. It should be.
It's like a bar. It's like a bar that kept serving underage people alcohol. The shit needs to be torn down.
I don't think there's a need for it in Ends.
Really
I don't. I think we got
that connection that connection is done. That connection is severed now.
Yeah. Well, I think that we got it back. We got to see it in the flashback, which was amazing. It was great in the flashback. But I also think that it was cool to see it in the flashback, but also we got to see it 40 years later too, when Big John and Hey Big John, hey Little John, when we got to see Big John and Little John living in it too. So we got like the best of both worlds. I don't think there's a reason to show the Myers house again. I just don't.
There ain't really.
J-Dad says it's confirmed Michael Myers is David Blaine. He can disappear. Oh man, bro, could you imagine if he started levitating? Like Laurie is like Allison gets in a car and she drives
like Maxine and Stranger Things.
I know, right? But like Allison's driving away. Allison's driving away and she looks in the rearview mirror and Michael's like he's just like levitating towards her. Casey J says, I hope they reboot the Thorn trilogy and bring back Danielle Harris.
Hey. Make the connection.
I don't. I love Danielle Harris, but I hope not, man. Rosalia says, how would you end it, Brad? I don't listen.
Wait and see.
I'm not super picky about how they end it. I just think that Laurie and Michael Allison needs to survive. Laurie and Michael need to die. And if you want to do something like, I always really like Dave McRae's idea too. Like he says, you know, if somebody were to remake it, his thought is at the end of the movie to have, which it's in the TV cut of Halloween, of the original Halloween, or it might be is it Halloween 2 or Halloween 1? I think it's the TV cut of Halloween 1. But, you know, in his idea, Laurie and Michael both die. And they die. Like, they actually die. And Tommy and Lindsay and the Myers house has been torn down. And this is Dave McRae's idea, by the way. The Myers house has been torn down. And Tommy and Lindsay and Allison go back to the Myers house. And it's just an open lot. And they're like, you know, I really miss her. I wish she was still here and something like that. Yeah. And Tommy, because in the original movie, Tommy is the one who keeps looking at the Myers house. And he's like, you know, you can't go in there. It's haunted. It's whatever. It's, you know, the boogeyman lives there. I believe if I remember correctly, you can go back and watch it on Dave's channel. But I believe Dave said that Tommy takes one final look at the vacant lot. And then when it cuts to black, you hear in Loomis's voice, Donald Pleasance's voice, because this is in the TV cut. You've fooled them, haven't you, Michael? But not me. Not me. And then that's it. And then roll credits. Because that leaves you with a little bit of
speculation.
Is he dead? Is he, like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? I think that's a really cool idea. Or your idea of maybe you get to the end credits and it just says you can't kill the boogeyman. Like that. I think that's cool. So I don't know. I'm not super picky about.
Bro, how dope would that fucking be?
That'd be sick.
Donald Pleasant's like, you fooled them, Michael, but I know you're still out there. You can't kill the boogeyman.
It'd be pretty sick. I don't know if I'd want Donald Pleasance to say it, which Donald Pleasance could.
That'd be fucking cool,
God
though.
rest his soul. But I don't know.
I mean, it was. I mean, old boy that played Donald Pleasance, Loomis, and Ends did a decent job.
He did good. He did. We're gonna get to these last few comments and we're gonna hop off here because again we've been going for. I mean, it's been almost 4 or 5 hours now that we've been live, but it's okay. It's been a blast. I mean, this is what we live for, man. We love this. I mean, we absolutely love this. This is our prime time, man. J-Dad says ending shot, Laurie's funeral. Everybody's there. Time lapse to nighttime. A shadow appears. Time lapse again to morning, and there's a 3-finger bloody print on her tombstone. That'd be sick.
You hear like cracking in the leaves, walking away, and all you see is a bloody handprint. Yeah.
And then the camera pans just a little bit. There's leaves blowing across the ground, and you move to a tombstone that says Amanda Kruger. Oh my God. Bum bum bum.
Who the fuck is Amanda Kruger?
Freddie's mom.
Oh,
we just talked about this like an hour ago. God damn it. It's okay. It's okay.
4 hours.
Rosalia says, and then her hand comes out of the dirt.
Carrie style. Yeah, right. Damn. That'd be fire.
J-Dad says, spin-off series, Big John and Little John, The Ghosts of Haddonfield, the sitcom. I'd watch it.
Bro, really though? That'd be dope. Because
awesome.
was their profession like ever detailed? No, it wasn't. I think we could do it. I think we could do it, guys. Man.
You could do it. Hey, we're calling it right now. Big John and Little John sitcom. Guys, the trailer was amazing. We loved it. We did not expect any of this. Again, if you're just watching now, we were doing a show with Mike and Jay of We Watched a Movie for episode number 15 of Purely and Simply Evil when the trailer dropped and Jamie Lee Curtis tweeted, and this was all just kind of happened very suddenly. So this was our
Spur of the
full
moment.
our spur of the moments. And listen, sometimes you got to do that, and that's okay. And again, Mike and Jay went and did their thing. We're doing our thing. Jay says, "Who the fuck is Amanda Kruger? You're canceled, Miguel." It's all right, man. It's all right. So, guys, that is going to do it for us in this episode. Well, not even really an episode. It's just an impromptu reaction. So be sure, if Mike and Jay are still live, go check out their stream. I'm probably going to pop on there for a few minutes. And then, or not on the show, but I'm going to pop up in the chat. And then go check out our episode that we just... go check out our episode that we just did with them as well, and go check that out. So it was a blast, man. New episodes of Let's Talk Movies and Purely and Simply Evil premiere every single Tuesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at We Talk the Movies. We love you guys. I'm gonna probably go watch that trailer about 16 more times. So that's what we're gonna do. So we'll be back, and we'll let you know. Be sure to follow us, and hopefully we'll be back soon. So we'll talk to you guys later. We love you. See you guys. Peace.
Peace.
For real this time. Nothing else is going to drop. Listen, if the poster drops in like 10 minutes, I'm going to be pissed. All right, guys. Peace. See you.
See you, man.